Selim and Zuleika portrays a man and a woman fleeing for their lives. They appear to be running from chaotic conflict in the village behind them. On land, the dark smoke is bellowing up behind them as they try to escape. Their feet are running in unison in the same direction, which indicates they are running together for the same purpose. He has his arm stretched out and back towards the commotion. He appears to be trying to protect her. She is holding onto his shoulder in his hand as he grips his gun. She seems to be trying to hold on to him and leading him. The girl is young and beautiful with fair skin and long, dark, well-kept hair. He is tall with a turban wrapped on his head. They are clothed in bright-colored garments and shoes with lots of details such as gold trim and jewelry. Perhaps their appearance indicates they are from a wealthy family, or perhaps they were interrupted during a special occasion. At their feet, there are rocks ahead of them, and the water from the sea is coming in on waves. It appears as if they are running out of land. Although the scene on land is chaotic and dangerous, Delacroix paints clear skies out over the sea with white, fluffy clouds. This oil painting was completed by French artist Eugene Delacroix in 1857. Perhaps during the 19th century, someone would think this artwork is depicting scenes from Civil War that France experienced in their early history. This is possible considering the history of Civil War in France. I feel anxious and emotional when I view this artwork. I cannot see what is ahead of Selim and Zuleika to know for certain that they are going to escape. The smoke behind them seems to be taking over the canvas, which is concerning. That being said, however, I do find hope in the beautiful skies above the seas and think there may be hope for the two. This piece of art is displayed at the Kimball Art Museum in Fort Worth, Texas. I think it was chosen as an exceptional piece to display for many reasons. First of all, the texture of the painting seems to bring it to life. The symmetry of the painting is interesting in that the focus is centered in the middle with the couple. Behind them, they basically have two sides, a chaotic, troublesome side and a clear, harmonious side. It is interesting as it seems there are only two possible outcomes, one good and one bad. I feel a sense of appreciation for life after studying this artwork. Life can be delicate and unpredictable. We should appreciate it every single day. According to the Kimball Art Museum, this is the last of 4 artworks Delacroix created based on the inspiration of The Bride of Abydos, a poem by Lord Byron in 1813. The poem is set in Turkey and tells of Selim, a pirate, and Zuleika, the daughter of Giafar, who were in a forbidden love affair. The two planned an escape from Giafar so they could be together. In the poem, Selim fired a shot by the sea to signal to their rescuers so they could escape. Doing so, however, alerted her father as to their whereabouts. Selim dies at the hands of Giafar and his body is washed out to sea. Zuleika is so grieved that she dies as well. This explanation differs from my interpretation that they have been fleeing from civil war. However, my interpretation was not far off. It saddens me that Zuleika was running away from her family to be with her love. For a woman to be put in a situation where she has to choose between her family and her man is painfully tragic. Although my interpretation was not related to the actual poem from which this painting was derived, the experience of creating my own interpretation was beneficial. Additionally, reading and listening to professional interpretation about the work with an explanation of the inspiration that was actually behind the art made me appreciate the work even more. Delacroix was successful in his attempt to create a piece of art that visually depicted the literary work of Lord Byron's The Bride of Abydos.